Welcome back to my channel. To my returning subscribers, hey guys. To anyone new, if you're interested, go ahead and hit the subscribe, like, notification buttons. You guys know what to do if you like somebody on YouTube usually. So do that stuff. As you can see, I'm sure from my description, I'm going to be doing a discussion update on Maliyah Bass. Little Tootie, as I like to call her, little baby girl. This one's been really hard on me. If you guys have seen my last two readings, you know that they were really, really hard on me. You know that I don't usually do children because I am so sensitive to kids. I'm very sensitive to kids. So this is really hard when the autopsy results came out. So viewer discretion advised. I think the news should say that before they put this stuff out, honestly, but I'm going to say it. That it's graphic. If you guys follow me and you guys have seen my other two videos, then you know that we kind of knew that it was bad for her. I keep thinking of that Page of Pentacles card in the first reading that I drew of like the girl sitting there with the pentacle in her hand and like the loneliness and I know I told you guys about a door and that kind of stuff. When I found out they locked her in a fucking closet, oh my god, you guys, I got walked in on crying reading the autopsy. And the stupid thing is it wasn't anything I unfortunately didn't see. Like, this wasn't a woohoo for me. This wasn't one of those, hey, I saw that. Oh my god, those people that do that, they make me cringe. I don't want to be right. I want me to be blunt. There's facts, there's truth. I don't like whenever I'm right. I would rather that autopsy have said anything but what it said. The door's still bugging me. So anyway, if you haven't followed the story, Maliyah Bass went missing on August 22nd, 2020. Her mother and, if you can call him stepfather, mother's boyfriend, put on quite the show there. Of course, if they didn't shed a tear, but they put on a show for everybody. They then found her body on August 23rd in a Houston bayou. I didn't write down the name of the bayou, I'm sorry. But then it was reported recently, and I'll put in my descriptions below, I'll put the links for the news report so you guys can go see for yourselves what they say. You know, sometimes we like to look at it ourselves, and I don't blame you for that. But this is what I read. So, nothing happened until October 6th. And that's when they finally arrested the parents. They arrested them for tampering with evidence and injury to a child. Thompson, the mother's boyfriend, has said that it was the mother. Has said that, I wrote it down, unfortunately. It says he confessed, he's pointing the finger at the mother. He says Sahara, the mother, got mad because Tootie wouldn't go to sleep because she kept crying. In the autopsy, they found a broken arm. Her left arm, she had a broken left forearm. So, she was crying. She couldn't go to sleep. And apparently her mother, according to Thompson, beat her with the hairbrush and then put her in the closet. And when they got up the next morning to let her out of this closet, she was gone. That's his story. They also found, this is the autopsy results, okay? broken left forearm, extensive superficial blunt force trauma. Now let me ask you guys this. Does that sound like just injury to a child and tampering with evidence? So what you're telling me is you guys broke this little girl's left arm. 2 years old. A baby. You sick fucks. Did extensive superficial blunt force trauma to her. That the words of that, it's not even just blunt force trauma. It's extensive superficial. You beat the oh. If I start crying, I'm sorry. I probably will. I might. They also said she had loop pattern bruising, like an extension cord or coat hanger, bruising all over her body. That's not consistent with the hairbrush beating. I still need to go in and brace myself, because I told you guys I saw some horrific stuff. I saw her hungry, alone, cold. I saw this fucking door. And then the way all this came out, you know what I mean? And I like I had said in I think it was my second reading. It's my second reading that I thought they were, it was so silly. I kind of remember it like the Alice in Wonderland card in Tarot de la Nuit. And I kind of saw it more as like an interview room. Like they were offering him a drink or something like that. They were trying to get him to talk, turn against each other. And sure enough, he did it. He confessed that she did this. I do not think he is freaking innocent at all. Oh, I actually really want to do a reading just on him. Because whenever I did the second reading, I had to kind of give up. Because we kind of I felt like I had my answers in a sense. And the mother's energy was so disgusting. And the images I saw were too much for me. I had to stop. And I got extremely exhausted doing that reading. The mother has very, very high energy. Very high. She's very, very I said before, with the first reading I did with 2D Maliyah, was that the mom, I believe, drugs were involved or a mental illness. Not making excuses. Do not think for a second I'm making excuses for this woman. You didn't call her that. But I really do think she's mentally unstable, mentally ill. I do think there's a mental illness there. And if there's not, she is a straight psychopath who can manipulate very, very well. It's hard for me to do, like, just because I wanted to do just kind of like a collective reading on the case. And it felt like she would not leave me alone, is what it felt like. Like, her energy just overrode everything. And I got some answers. I did. I feel like, I don't know if you agree or not, but I felt like I got some answers that we've seen come out. And I don't think this is I'm sorry to say, guys, I think this is the sugar-coated version of her autopsy. I didn't know. It's already out there, so I guess I'll just say I saw definitely the not feeding her. And she was really hungry. She was alone a lot. I think I had said that too. I felt like that, and I felt like she got in their way. I thought there was like an altercation going on between those two, and she got in the way, but apparently that's not what happened. According on his account, that's not what happened. So, either way, this little girl was beaten to death in some way. I mean, there's autopsy results and there's cause of death, you know what I mean? And I couldn't find a cause of death. I might need to look into that. But, it's really messing with me that all they have on them right now is the tampering with evidence and injury to a child with a confession. And from what I read, her bond is actually higher than his. I thought he was going to get it. I thought she was really going to stick it to him, but it sounds like he got her first. She had that little medical episode where she couldn't show up to court, apparently, so he's the only one that showed up to court. And so his side got told. Sorry. I know my Red Bull addiction. So, I'm going to try to get my shit together. And, I really want to find out if he's telling the truth. I want to see if I can see that. I don't know. It's like these cases, like, they make me so mad, honestly. It's okay. You guys know I live in New Mexico. Okay, we've had baby Brianna. This is why these cases baby Brianna rocked this nation. And I don't know if that's my dog or my cat. It's neither. But I heard something scratching. Anyway. Baby Brianna's mom got out of prison. I mean, just look at what they did to that baby. And that bitch is out walking. Then we have, I could go on. We have baby Brianna. We have Victoria Martins. They still haven't found the fourth person involved in that. There's another person involved with the Victoria Martins thing. There's DNA they still haven't found. Fabian's out walking around. He can be around kids. This is how we treat our children. I mean, all the sex trafficking stuff we have going on. I know I haven't touched on that yet, but you know, they do all these smokes and mirrors and all this stuff to keep us away from what they do to our youth. These are our babies, the future. And we treat them, they're murdered, defenseless, murdered. Nothing they could do. I mean, you think of a 2-year-old little girl up against 2 grown adults. She was defenseless. There was nothing she could have done to protect herself. Nothing. And so he has what, like $150,000 bond, and mom has $175,000 bond? Really? Is that what her life is worth? Is that what these children's lives are worth? Baby Brianna's mom should be put in a freaking firing squad in front of one. And so should every sick fuck that touched that little girl, touched that baby. She didn't even have a chance to take her first damn step. And that bitch is out walking around, and watch. These people get nothing for killing babies. It's absolutely disgusting. Our children are not second-class citizens. Or beneath us somehow. How is it that an adult who can actually like stand up and take somebody on, they get overpowered and murdered? Oh, that's capital murder. You killed her. But an innocent baby, they beat the life out of them. And, you know, what do they call this bullshit? Child abuse resulting in death. No, motherfucker, it's murder. Murder. And they should go straight down to the freaking death row and straight into the fucking, I don't care what you put them in. Honestly, electric chair, open field, let us freaking do what we want to them, you know? Sorry, I'm sick. Actually, I'm not. They are. The way it's handled, that's what's fucking sick. That's what has, you know, and then people, there's so many people out there that can't even have children, that can't do this stuff. And then you got fucking psychos out there having these babies left and right, hooking up with rando guy. I mean, go through the case. Do you know how much more likely it is for a child to be abused because the mother is not protecting the child from her boyfriend or her husband. I don't understand it for 2 seconds. I'm so protective of my kids. I'm protective of children in general. I'm one of those that if I'm out at the park and I see a weird guy or I see somebody whatever, or I watch people. I watch people how they watch kids. I pay attention to the kids that are around me. When my kids in school, I get to know the kids they're in school with. I get to know the teachers. I get to know the parents. I get to know everybody that my children are around. Because I want to know what they're exposed to. I want to know these people. I know every freaking sex offender within a 20-mile radius of not just my children, but my nieces and my nephews in other freaking states. Because I want to know. Because someone has to protect them. Someone has to look out for them. And all this bullshit about turning a blind eye when you see somebody beating their kid, shame on you. You should be ashamed of yourself. If you had even the slightest inkling that this baby girl was getting the life beat out of her, and you decided to keep your mouth shut, you are no fucking better. It is not okay. And I'm not saying that people knew. I don't know that. I haven't looked into any of that. I have a feeling a 2-year-old with freaking a broken forearm and bruises from head to toe and loop marks and is being, they haven't said she's being starved, but I'm going to take a rocket scientist there, people. It absolutely makes me mad. It infuriates me, and it really should infuriate everybody. Because these are monsters. You want to talk about a fucking monster? That's a monster. Someone that deliberately harms something or someone defenseless. You are a special kind of sick. There's something really wrong. And I really hope they get the, I don't know what Texas is going to do. But I hate to say this, I'm glad that the case is over in Texas and not New Mexico. Because they'd already have them probably out on the street and God knows what here. Which is no reflection to like our law enforcement or anything. Our law enforcement do the best they fucking can. They arrest these people left and right and the judges throw them out. I don't blame. We need something done for our kids here, but neither here nor there. That's a whole other campaign thing I deal with. But like I said, I am sensitive to kids. I wanted to be a child psychologist for a long time. And I studied child psychology and stuff. And when I started having to look into abuse and certain things, and I know it's weird, but just not my cup of tea. But if it's presented to me in the way that this was presented to me, the way she kind of felt like she came to me a little bit there, and I felt like her story needed to be told. That's why I know I went way off kilter. I'm over here all Fort Hood. Next thing you know, I'm over here and, but it happens for a reason, and it's such a sad story, but I'm glad the story's out, and I'm glad there's light being shown on this story. I'm so glad that things are turning to where this baby girl might get justice. So, with that, I'm going to leave y'all off. I hope you guys have a wonderful day, morning, night, evening, whenever you're watching this. Again, let me know about going live. Did I say that in the beginning? I can't remember. I try not to do like too much advertising. I don't know. Because my thing is we're all on YouTube. We all know if we like something, we're going to subscribe to it. And if we don't, we're not. So I feel like constantly saying, make sure to like and subscribe. And I feel it's kind of pointless. Because if you want to, you can too. But I do appreciate it though. Like, it's like, hell yeah. Because like there's this like certain thing. Like if you get to a certain spectrum, then you can put little little like pictures up of things. I thought that was kind of cool. I was like, oh, I don't have that benefit, but that's neither here nor there. I don't mind doing it this way either. So anyway, leaving you guys with that. Stay good to each other out there. Keep an eye on our babies, okay? Keep an eye on them little ones. If you think something's wrong, if you anything, you know, it's honestly, it's better to be wrong and say something than to be right and say nothing. And that's the truth. It is. I do it almost every time I do a reading or I do something like that. I have that risk of, you know, sometimes I really want to be wrong. I want to be like, oh, please, God, let this not be it. But I do also do positive readings. And in those, you know what I mean? There's a happiness there. But, I don't know. Obviously, like, it's a Saturday night. It's 11:30. I actually spent most of the day out cleaning out my shed and stuff like that. And you guys want to know something crazy? Real quick, if you're still here. Because this is just my life. When I was walking around the property today, I was all doing my thing. This is why I need to go live, because I don't know if people care to this point or not. Facts of life. Oh. Where was it? Took a picture. Oh, my nose itches. Oh, duh, because I took a picture on my other picture thingy. Because I was like walking around and I had the dogs out for a walk. We were walking the back fence, you know, I have a few acres here. And we're doing our thing. And I did just move out to this area. But see if you guys can see this. But I'm all walking around. Got my dogs for a walk, and bam! I was like, oh, it's a little animal grave site there. I thought it was kind of cute. I don't know. I put a little flyer there and told it, you know, hi. That doesn't make me completely nuts. But you guys, if you follow me, you know I'm nuts. Anyway. Like I usually say, take care of each other out there, and sorry for my little rambling on at the end there. I'm not just cutting this off. But you guys have a great night, and yeah, take care of each other, okay? And let's see what we can do, like see if there's, I'll look into it, but like organizations for this little girl, anything we can do, maybe laws to get changed, or something like that. Would be pretty cool. Okay? So, take care of each other. I hope you guys like the little new setup I have going on. And I will be doing the tarot reading on Mr. I don't even know his name. I don't feel like calling him Mr. on the thing. Travion Thompson. I'm going to try to get some of his energy, find out what it's... just how involved he was in all this, because I don't think he's that innocent. I think he hurt her too. So... and saying all that, take care, guys.